been struggling with the idea of whether to disclose my past relationships early on when dating someone new. On one hand, I believe in honesty and transparency, but on the other hand, I worry that sharing too much too soon might scare potential partners away. What's the right balance between being honest about my past and protecting my privacy? This question makes it sound like your past relationships were an absolute big deal, and perhaps they are. Maybe the relationships that you've had in the past were a big deal. And you know what? To be honest, as a guy, and any guy in general, the less relationships you have in your life is better. So the more relationships you've had over a period of time probably says a lot more about you than your other partners. Especially if you're the one constantly ending them, I would advise, if it was a guy, to be looking at this and looking at you and thinking like there must be something wrong with you to constantly be ending these relationships. Because the more you have, this is a huge, huge problem. Even if they were toxic, even if they were troublesome, you still have these group of men, even if they're friends, who are hovering around you, and you know that a lot of them, the majority of them, would probably sleep with you given the heartbeat chance. If you just took the lead and said, yes, you're my boyfriend now, like they would probably leap at that opportunity and take it. And you know this. If you are actually genuine about meeting a new dude, you need to cut this off and only have the one dude as your primary dude. The one dude. It doesn't matter who is. And they're going to pick up on this very, very easily. If I was you, I would be ending this and making yourself as the prize for the one dude. And then when you've got that one dude, you keep that and you don't let go. When should you disclose how many partners you've had? It's not really a big deal to be disclosing this information. It's not really a big deal. You should, it will just naturally pop up. Let the conversation happen. If it's on your mind, just speak it. There's no perfect time for this. If you're trying to wait for the perfect time, or if you're literally trying to keep secrets, if you're literally withholding that information, that's not going to be good. You should disclose this, but it should be natural. It should be naturally occurring. Should be naturally occurring. Because if I recall speaking with women in this type of conversation, it was not really a big drama for her to be talking about it. It was not really a big deal. Just be careful not to necessarily compare your previous partner with the new partner per se. You know, like if this is a thing, don't put all the burden on him. He has nothing to do with Mr. X. He has nothing to do with, you know, how horrible he treated you, if that's your thing. You know, this is a blank slate. And he doesn't want to carry any of that, you know. And if you were to do that, if you were to, you know, throw things at him, he might try to prove himself better. You know, it's really hard to say. He might try to be better for you. As a female, you have so much power over men, it's insane. So be very wise about the power you use. Be wise. You know, be wise with your power. So yeah, the conversation of how many partners you've had in the past, it should be naturally occurring. It's not really a big deal to bring up. You know, clearly if the guy is not taking this too well, that's a whole other story. But yeah, as far as my experience goes, naturally occurring, not a big deal. The real big deal, like I've said before, is your lifestyle habits. Are you constantly ending relationships? Have you honestly slept with 100 guys? Like, if you are promiscuous and degenerate, you are not going to get this guy. It would be near impossible for you. You'd have to get someone who'd be utmost forgiving, because this is not how you get that. You get this one man, by not doing this. So this is far more important than wondering when should you even disclose this. This should be very, 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 very minimal, if at all.